5 years have passed, and apparently that indicates the halfway point of the game. Now, this could mean a few things. One, may in my quest... you don't have any incomplete quests. All quests. Let's see. Most likely these ones... Shopping list. What's the shopping district? Okay. Yeah, most likely, maybe these quests are now not able to be done. That's my assumption, basically. Practically all of them probably can't be done, actually. Let's see. Uncompleted. That says uncompletable. Okay. Yeah, these cannot be completed anymore. Okay, so now I know. That was, that came out of nowhere, so I wasn't... I think I should slow down on the game a bit. I was rushing it way too much. Look, someone here already has something. Alright, what do you got? Oh man, I'm in a world of trouble now. What's the problem? See, I was cooking and I managed to start a fire that ruined my kitchen and equipment. I can't repair the kitchen without metal, but the only place you can find that scrap is the junk heap. I see. You want me to go for you? I need lots of materials, so you'll have to brain a whole bunch of robots. That's okay, right? I guess I'll accept it. I trust that you plan to offer us adequate compensation. Don't be greedy, Weiss. Well, I'm not sure what you mean by adequate, but I'll do my best. I need 1 memory alloy, 10 titanium alloys, and 10 broken motors. Got all that? Okay, I'll be back when I find everything. Yeah, I'm gonna slow down on the game. I think I took some wrong advice on rushing everything and pretty much not doing any of the quests. So I think I'm gonna slow down a little bit.
Hey,
you haven't seen any thieves around, have you? Bunch of sticky-fingered bastards keep taking my merchandise. That bad, huh? They don't take a lot, but when they strike, it's always food. And in some ways, that's our most precious commodity. Okay. Maybe I can help you out. Really? Well, I certainly appreciate it. Do you have a plan, or are we going to walk up to every person we see and shake them until stolen vegetables fall from their pockets? Let's try asking around the village.
Thieves in the village. I can't believe it.
You could call it a sign of the times. Rare is the man who steals out of choice, as opposed to need.
Anyway, let's get what I can. Just a minute, wanted to see. Do you have a moment? Maybe. Our water wheel is on its last legs. I'd like to shore it up, but the insides are so complicated. This is a wise thought on your part. That wheel is a machine of not insignificant age. Better to repair it now than to wait until it fails completely. You got any ideas? I'm not much for this mechanical stuff. Replacing the axle with the paddle board should suffice for now. I believe the Strange Things store in Facade should have everything we need. Okay, now I got something for the Strange Things store. Okay, well, if you can handle the repairs, I can pick up the materials. Oh, thank you. I'm sure I can find someone to take care of the actual repair work. I'm going to have to go through a lot of traveling. We've been dealing with a wave of robberies lately. Better keep a close eye on your purse. Okay. That's not helpful at all. Obviously, it's a bit of a tip on the, you know, thieves.
Hey, about
I heard it's two thieves working as a team. Okay. 2 thieves working as a team.
if only our harvest.
A robbery? Come to think of it, I saw the thief. Just a glimpse, but it was enough for me to be sure. He looked really young. Judging by what we found, we're dealing with 2 thieves, probably children. Remember the pair of brothers that loiter near the water wheel? I fear they may be hiding something from us. Yeah, I don't trust them. Let's go have a talk. I don't remember them, but apparently Weiss does. Near the water wheel. The water wheel's down there. Anyways, what should I be thinking now that a bunch of, like, I'm still a bit confused about it. The quests are mainly there for character development, but if I want to get some good endings, I have to have all the weapons. Something like that. Did I sell any weapons? I don't even remember. How do I get there even? I've never been. Can I even swim in this game? I've never actually tried. I just assumed water equals death. Because a lot of games, your characters can't swim. Oh, anyway. Yeah, this is going to be a slower part, I think. You know, I'm going to try to explore the world a little bit more. And actually take my time. Instead of rushing through the entire thing and then suddenly having the game skip on me. Now, how does I... That's an interesting question. How do I get over there? Or do I just jump it? Well, there you go. Water equals death. wash the shore. How do I get to the water wheel, actually? I don't want to fish right now. It's like right here. Oh, I know. Think about it. You were on that area before. It was being blocked off by a monster, though. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. I gotta go across here, apparently. And then you can find the water wheel, it seems. Where are you?
You know what?
Mom told me that I can't play outside the shopping district. Okay. Listen to your mother. And the stairs are over here, actually. And down here, we have 2 kids.
Hey,
Hey, you're the little jerks behind all these robberies. Right? If you're so confident, why are you even asking me? Your tone betrays your guilt. Confess. Confess now, lest my muscle-bound friend here becomes angry. Okay, we did it. My brother and I. Why? Because Dad told us to. Your father demanded that you steal? What kind of bastard forces his own children into a life of crime? I think it's time he and I had a little chat. He's probably in the tavern. That's where he spends all of his time. Got it. Well, now we gotta go talk to the father and whack him a little bit. Don't tell your children to steal and all that jumbo. And hey, look! Stairs up here. Maybe I should have been looking around this place a bit more. Now, there's a shiny. There's a woman. And, why did they have to die? What is the Black Scroll anyway? Why does this only happen to us? Why? Perhaps we should be going. Okay. Weiss. Chicken egg. Well, I don't need any more chicken eggs. Not that I know of. What's this thing on this guy's face anyway? What, did he lose an eye? I don't really know. He just came in 5 years later with that thing. I'll assume he lost an eye. Anyways, we're supposed to go and see Emil to get Kaine free, but yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to do that in this part. Well, I probably will, but I'll save it for a lot later on.
You, eh? Well, I'm counting on you.
Like I said, I'm trying to slow down a little bit, because then next thing you know, you're at the halfway mark suddenly.
hey,
You have a pair of sons? Huh? What's it to you, huh? Why you gotta ask me all these questions? You're forcing your kids to commit crimes, aren't you? Crimes? No, it's not like that. I just told him to go find some food for the family, and no, I'm not reading it like a drunk dude because it's not worth it. Now shut your mouth before I shut it for you. Bunch of no good meddlers. Our time is wasted on this drunken scoundrel. I ought to cut that guy in half and save his sons the trouble. How shall we explain this to the client? We'll tell him the truth, and then we'll decide what to do with the kids. Okay. I want to speak to Devola. Let's see what work I've got for you today. Which job? The fisherman's gate. Let's take all of them. An old-timer in Seafront is looking for help. Sorry, but that's all I know. Oh, he said he knows you. Okay. I wrote down the client's location on your map, so head over there to get the details. Alright then. Alright. Different job. Can I do more than one? I would just take them all and do them from, let's see. Got a job from Seafront if you aren't too busy. This guy. Again in Seafront? Oh no, I can only take one. Jeez, that's not fair. That means I keep coming back to Devola. I mean, I should be doing these in theory, because then they could give me money and other good things. Anyway, let's go to the client here.
Yeah, what's new?
Did you find the culprit? Yeah, but it's complicated. I see. A pair of children driven to steal by an abusive father. Well, I certainly didn't expect this. I don't think the kids are entirely without blame, but they certainly never had much of a chance. Maybe we can go easy on him this time. Agreed. I'll talk to the other shopkeepers to make sure they understand. You know anyone who might be able to take them in? There's no way I'm sending them back to their father. People are barely getting by as it is. Oh, alright. I'll spread the word and see what I can find out. Ah, yes, your fee. Well, us shop owners passed the hat and came up with this. I hope it's enough. Oh, 3,000 gold's nice.
Using children as tools of thievery. Unthinkable.
and yet it's the reality the village faces. Things are more desperate than I knew.
If we hope to restore the lives of the villagers, we must cull as many shades as we can.
Indeed. Now, let's see if I can buy some new weapons. I apparently have none of these. Of course, that's why. They're expensive as all hell, and I don't even have the money for any of them. Wow. Well, I need more money. I guess this is where I'm going to need to do the quests. Because selling most of my stuff's not really going to help. Okay, what shall we take care of right now? Let's go to quests and complete. Contract for a contractor and the creaky water wheel. The young woman of the dawn needs help repair the village water child to facade strange things to obtain parts to repair it. This one is... Wow, I need a lot of stuff. I bet the memory alloy is a rare item. Okay, this is where it'd be nice to have a fast travel to Seafront.
Oh, it's you, eh?
I guess I'll head to Seafront quickly. It's not even gonna take me that long. I'll talk to the old man or something. Maybe there's some interesting changes anyways I should go take a look at to begin with. You know, since 5 years have passed. Barely seems like it though. Main difference is Yona is missing. But is this really the halfway point? That just seems kind of short, doesn't it? Maybe it's just me. My weapon is so heavy, and I'm just culling these shades with no effort. I got Pahoo. Look at this. I'm just swinging my blade. I guess because the blade itself is strong. Alright, I got another one. Guess I should start putting some words again. Probably lost all of them. Look at this. I just swing it and everything gets decimated. Hey, look. Rare item. Rare item. Broken saw. There you go. Nothing here. Nothing seems entirely different. Let's just call more shades. Oh, there's more stronger ones coming. At least they're not... Oh, wow.
Calm yourself. Haste will only lead you to making an ill-timed mistake.
Not with this sword.
An unstable heart is the worst armor one can have.
No time for that, Vice. I gotta get to Yona.
You don't even know where she is, so you might as well take your time. Or else, you know, time will pass. I mean, in 5 years you found nothing about Yona. I mean, you're not gonna find anything without, you know... Well, you know, we're gonna... 5 years with story, convenience thing. I don't really see the reason for it yet. I mean, what was so unimportant that we had to skip 5 years? I guess we'll figure it out. I mean, it was mentioned how it's similar to Ocarina of Time, but that's not really true, because Ocarina of Time, you were able to travel back and forth between time periods. Here, this is a permanent change. You know, so anything that you may have missed in the previous portion, because you weren't expecting time to suddenly pass by, means that you forever lost it. I think they should have had some sort of warning about it. Most games, if you can't go backwards, will sort of tell you that. I'm just beating up shades, but who knows why. My sword is so big, I just slashed them all in one shot. And yet they're giving me almost nothing experience, most likely. Well, wasn't that a fun waste of time? Still more. Every time I move, there's more shades everywhere. I have to beat them up almost. I'm not just gonna run. I barely even need my magic. I have too many medicinal herbs. Alright, Seafront, here I come. I'm trying to find the old man who has a check mark on the map of some sort. Whenever I realize from Dad, I really feel like I need to see him again. I'm assuming this is still in the past. Which kind of feels weird. So is this game only 20... I'm assuming it's 20 hours for like the main stuff. And then if you're doing the quests a bit... Oh, I don't have a map. Well, I need to find a merchant then who sells the map. Problem is, there's too many merchants here. I need to find a merchant. I never actually looked at all of Seafront, actually. I'm not really... I guess this would be...
Hello, dear.
Ah, it's you. I've heard great many stories about you. Making quite a name for yourself, I don't know about that. Oh, no need to be so modest. After all, I may have a job for someone with your particular talents. I'm listening. I need you to retrieve some cargo from a ship that wrecked at sea. To recover it all would be a monumental task, so you should concentrate on 3 crates of particular importance. The cargo has likely washed ashore on all the far-flung corners of the world, so it will be a task of some difficulty. Can I count on your assistance? Whoa, man! Sure. Excellent, excellent. Oh, and one more thing. Whatever you do, you must not unseal the cargo. Well, now I'm curious. Why can't I open it? Well, there are some rather unique products I was shipping. If you were to see them, it might place me in something of a dilemma. Hey, you're a gal with money. Why don't you want me to look? Fine, I won't look. Whoa, this is gonna be an intense quest. Now I gotta go all over the world and find crates. That's kind of an annoyance because now I don't know where they might have washed ashore. I assume everywhere. This boat of any importance? Doesn't look like it. Anyways, I need a well, there's a bunch of people here. Oh man, there's so many quests to do. Hey, I know you. You're the desperate guy who will take any job that comes along, no matter how stupid or demeaning. That's not really how I'd phrase it, but if you've got money, I've got the time. Dance for me, ah ha ha! No, I'm just kidding. Listen, I've got a boat that needs some repairs. Do you think you can round up some materials for me? I need 5 logs, 20 dented metal boards, and 10 strip bolts. I'd ask if you're up for it, but I know you are. Ha ha ha! I guess. You're really starting to piss me off.
A trading mission, huh?
Is something the matter?
No, it's just that I've never left here before. I'm just wondering what it's like to see a new place. Someday, I hope to take Yona on a journey like this.
And someday you shall.
I will. I'm sure of it.
Voice's attitude seems to be very different depending on his mood.
Hello.
Excuse me, sir? What, me? Yes, people have been talking. They say you're a very adept freelance agent. I'm a jeweler by trade, you see. I am currently in search of a precious gem known as the Mermaid Tear. Have you ever heard of it, sir? I don't know much about jewelry. Yes, of course. Why would you? Well then, let me tell you, I believe the tear to be located somewhere in this very town. I am close now, so very close. This seems like more than a business transaction for you. You see, to the core of me, sir, the Mermaid Tear is one of my family's most precious heirlooms. My grandfather was the original possessor, but upon his death some 50 years ago, the jewel vanished without a trace. I have devoted my life to searching for it, and that quest has led me here. It must be in this town. Well, I'd be happy to help you with the search. 1,000 thank yous, good sir. Having the assistance of a local will surely make the search that much more fruitful. In this town? Okay, not a problem. It would be nice to know if you have any idea where in this town. I guess they're not going to tell me anything. Anyways, I need a map. Hey, you got something too? The Mermaid Tear? Never heard of it. The lighthouse lady would have been the one to ask. She knew everything about precious stones.
That old woman, is it?
She dead?
Perhaps a visit to her home is in order.
Oh, I'll go there, but I still need a merchant who sells maps. What do you sell?
Hello.
What do you sell? What do you sell? Melon. Oh, great. I could have just bought a melon here. And, oh, look, royal ferns. Great. Apparently things I needed are here. But I never paid attention. I never needed to grow anything. Well, that was a waste, wasn't it? I could have done those quests super easily. Nothing there. So how screwed am I? I'm just wondering. There's only one guy. I don't know your name off the top of my head. You seem to know this game pretty well. Wait, there's a guy here who I... Oh, yeah, whatever. Oh, further train grammar. Yeah, I don't really feel like reading it. That was actually longer than I expected, actually. Anyway, there's a guy. Isn't this the guy who gave me the lure?
Oh.
So you went and caught the fish, did you? Well, since you're so insistent, I suppose I better reveal one of my fishing secrets. Okay. It's at the quest of Fisherman's Gambit. I wasn't insisting that you... Oh, fine. Twist my arm some more, why don't you? Well, if you can catch 10 sardines, then I'll reveal one of my most closely guarded secrets. 10 sardines? Do I want to catch that many sardines? Do I want to fish at all? I don't even know where to catch a sardine. Is it over here? Do I catch a sardine here? How do I fish again? I circle. Wait for the damn thing. Alright, I gotta remember how to do this again. Do I press circle to reel it in? I actually... Okay.
Still no fish.
away.
Oh, I see.
I would be scared by a damn book that talks. I gotta watch this lure, but the lighting makes it so difficult to see. I don't remember how to fish. That's something I'm gonna have to do later if I have the patience to do. Anyway, anyone here have a map?
Hello, dearie.
I don't. Well, hold on. How many fish do you have?
Hello.
What type of fish do you have? A shaman fish. Great. It's probably stuff I only caught that they sell.
Hello.
No, I didn't want you.
Well, hello.
What do you have? Shell. I don't know what any of this stuff does even. Man, money's so hard to come by in this game. I'm assuming these quests are what I should be doing for them. I still haven't found a merchant with a map. Of course, it's so sunny. It's really ridiculous, actually. I don't see many merchants here. Do you think the post office would sell one? Because it's the post office. I can actually go downstairs. I never saw that before. Or I never paid it. What the? What's this? Can I jump them? No, I cannot. Huh. Seems there's a door over there. I have to somehow uncover it. Like so, I guess. What's in the door? A house place. What's in this house place? Nothing of interest so far. Okay. There's a bathroom in there. Oh, that didn't really yield much, did it? Looking over there, it's not like there's anything I can do about that. Okay, then. Nothing down here. Seemed interesting, but I was led astray. Hey, what do you do, anyway?
Sup?
Things would be a lot safer. Now you put your life in your hands whenever you set foot out of town. Still, people will need my delivery, so I don't really have a choice. Oh, at least he's keeping up his oath this time, not making me do his work. I guess I'll go to the lighthouse, but I would really like a map of this place. Anyone got a map for me? Anyone? Ain't sold in my town. In fact, there's a lot of small corridors here that don't really lead anywhere anyway. Well, they don't appear to. Well, they go places, yeah, but it's such a confusing... It's not even like you can enter these places, so I'm just really wandering around.
Yo!
We repaired the gate before we realized it leads to an area full of shades, so now we just closed off the path. Okay. This area leads to shades. I'm pretty sure this guy would like to go beat some shades up. Yeah, without a map, this place is confusing as all hell. Another gate. I could really use one. I know, I'm wasting time, aren't I? I haven't accomplished anything. But I figured I'd just take one part to kind of slow down and just do random stuff. And I'm not going to repeat myself again. As to the reason. Or else you'll get tired of hearing me over and over again. Well, let's go to the lighthouse, I guess. Can I slash you? Nope. Can't slash good guys. A black pearl. I don't know if the items have changed or anything, or maybe I didn't really pick up anything from Seafront last time. I'm assuming I haven't been playing this game to its full extent if I've been going so fast. So I probably missed out on a lot of stuff. Which is always great to have, a regretful Let's Play right from the beginning. I don't know, because it just feels weird to have 10 hours being the halfway point of a game. But I play a lot of long games that take minimum like 50 hours.
Hey!
Hey, you got a moment? You used to be friends with the lighthouse lady, right? As I remember it, we basically hated each other. Oh, well, at least you talked to her, right? Can I ask you a favor? What's the job? The lighthouse is in good shape now, but it's going to wear out eventually. We'd like to have replacement parts ready. Can you get the parts from the junk heap? I'm sure a lighthouse lady would be appreciated, wherever she is. Alright. I guess I must go to the junk heap. Can't believe I'm helping her again, but alright, I'll do it. Thank you. I think we'll need 10 broken lenses and 10 broken batteries. While you're at it, 10 mysterious switches would be nice too. Okay. I might as well head there in this part. Let's see. There's 2 letters here for the lighthouse lady. Whoa, according to the postmark, they're 50 years old. Didn't that jeweler say the mermaid tear was lost 50 years ago? Perhaps this is more than a coincidence, It may behoove us to sneak a look inside these letters. Well, I suppose it can't hurt. Here's the first letter. I am closing the mermaid tear with my next letter. It is the only thing I have found in this world that can hope to compare to your beauty. And here's the second one. My dearest, I fear I cannot send the mermaid tear this time. Hope you can forgive me for this terrible slight. So the mermaid tear was supposed to go to the lighthouse lady but never made it. And yet the tear is no longer with its original owner. What can we conclude from this? The second letter was sent from Seafront, which means the postman's father had started writing letters by that time. And therefore the jewel must have made its way to this town. I smell a rat. To the post office! Okay. I was just there. Guess I should have waited a bit to get there. I was waiting for my camera to turn on me. That's a dangerous jump. I'm not going to make it. Maybe I should take the occasional part. Like every other part should be maybe a quest one. Or else next thing you know the game will be done. And that wouldn't be good. Not at all. Well, look, a crate. Is this one of them? No. No! Get out of here, this fishing thing. I don't want to catch... There we go. I think this is one of the pieces of cargo that wash ashore. Pick it up without looking inside. She asked me not to look, so this will go down easier if I do what she wants.
A wise choice.
Number 2.
Rifling through the possessions of others is a vulgar habit.
Don't worry, I'm gonna be a nice guy. I want to look through the cargo. I don't want to fail the quest. Anyway, I'm supposed to go visit the postman. Maybe by the end of this part, I'll at least go and see a mill and see what cure he's got, which will be around the 45-minute mark, I'll say. Maybe I'll just quickly make my way to the junk heap somehow. A lot of quests here, though, and a lot of them need materials from the junk heap. Oh, hello. What can I do for you for? I'm looking for a package addressed to the lighthouse lady. It would be about 50 years old. You want a package from half a century ago? Your father was the previous postman, right? Did he even mention something like that to you? No, he just told me to keep writing the letters. But we keep all of our unclaimed packages in the storage room. So if she didn't pick it up, it's probably still there. Great, I'm just going to take a look around. Oh, well, what do you know? Now I have a reason to go down there. And the boxes are cleared for me, so I've kind of already done this quest in a way. I don't know if this is the storehouse or this is... Oh, look, there you go. 50-year-old package. Hope the rats haven't eaten it. Is this it? It bears her name, and the postmark is 50 years old. Look, the jewel lies inside. Quickly, what does the letter say? As promised, I am closing the mermaid tear. Unfortunately, with this gift comes a piece of sad news. My love, I fear the illness which ravages my body will soon claim it. My dreams of traveling to you are all but lost. I desired so to give you this stone with my own hand. That I cannot is my greatest regret. He gave her his family's heirloom as a final gift. Hold a moment. I see another letter. It's a death notice. Ah, so the man had already passed on when the package arrived at Seafront. Which means the postman had already begun to lie to her. So what now? Do we give the jewel back to the client, or maybe the postman would have a better idea? I got the mermaid tear, but what do we do with it? Well, apparently the postman might have a better idea. Oh, why don't you let me take it? I can use it. I'll sell it off for money. Should we actually ask him?
What's new?
Did you find it? Well, yeah, but it's complicated. Hey, you said that last quest, too. Oh, I see. It was from the woman's lover. I don't know what to do here. Well, you're the one who found it. Do whatever you think is best. What should I do? Bury the jewel in memory of the woman, give it to the client, or sell it? Oh, I don't know. Let's give it to the client. Well, alright. That's what you think is best. I doubt the old girl would complain about it. She probably got the jewel in heaven anyway. Well, the next step is to visit the client, I suppose. Oh, I mean... Boy, I'm not into all this sentimental stuff of burying things in memory of people, personally, so I'm not going to do that. Anyways, the woman's over there. What I'll do probably is I'll skip out to the next area, kind of.
Hey!
Yes, did you find the mermaid tier? Yeah, I did. It's right here. Oh, I have waited so long. Your sterling reputation, sir, has clearly been earned. It's a precious memento of my grandfather. Here's your reward. Thank you. I got 10,000 gold. Cool.
So the mermaid tear was being sent to her.
That thing must stir up some powerful memories.
But it is far too late to bring it to her now.
No, it's not.
I certainly hope so.
What do you mean it's not? If she's dead, well, we presume she's dead. We haven't actually figured anything out about that yet. Okay, I think I'm done here. I'm gonna not fast forward. I'm gonna skip out to one of the next areas I visit, whether it be the junk heap or before that, depending if there's anything interesting I see.
Their armor's too strong.
They seem to have developed some manner of bodily protection. It seems these creatures too follow the prescripts of evolution.
Well, if I can't knock it off, I'll just have to crush them. Shell and all.
I'll leave that piece of dialogue in, even though it doesn't really make sense, considering these guys don't have armor. Alright, I didn't mean to do that at all. Anyways, I will definitely meet you at the next place.
Something appears to be amiss with these creatures.
Yeah, they're shades.
That is not what I meant.
You think about it while I kill him.
Oh, well, anyway, he's gonna kill them. That's interesting. But yeah, I was actually just pondering right now, thinking, since I have the previous save, maybe I should go do some of the quests and maybe record some of them in my old one, and maybe try and complete some of the things which I neglected to complete. That's kind of like why I have the altered save in a way. And then maybe, I'm trying to think about what I should do. I need some advice. But I don't know, I'm trying to think, because I feel like I may have actually gone too far ahead of myself. So maybe I should go back to one of my old saves and start doing some things before progressing. And then I'll just meet you back at, like, my current situation or something. That's the way I see it, kind of. I don't know if that's actually smart or not, but it's how I see it. Anyways, yeah, I might actually not progress the story at this point on, because there's that whole dream sequence I failed to complete. The whole bunch of things I failed to complete, actually. And I feel like I should have done more of them. So I'll record this. Maybe I'll cut this part shorter and record another one. And, yeah, that might actually help me out when you think about it. Let's go to the junk heap right now, I guess. Or should I wait to do the junk heap? I'm actually questioning what I should be doing. Maybe what I'll do is... Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save here right now, so at least I have it. And I'm going to load my old save, I think. Memory 2, just in case. I'm going to go back to my old save, and I want to do some quests that I definitely didn't complete. So I'll meet you back at my old one. Okay, I decided to make my way back to this place. Apparently I can talk to many of the other villagers. I'm gonna see if that's still possible and wake them out of their dreams. So one thing when I went back to my old save is if you go to quests, uncompletable. Anything involving Yona right now is uncompletable. Because my my last save was actually inside that mansion. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna really progress in this part. I want to get opinions on What's your fate? I don't really know your name just yet since you're so new to my comments, but wow, look at all this. How should I progress this? I'm just gonna do this right now. Should I just continue with my current save and forget about the quests? Or just at least tackle what I have in my what I currently have? Or should I continue from here and start doing some of these quests again and then make my way back to where I am? Of course, this must be another person affected by the death dream. It would appear that way, yes. Yes, we shall do this. God, please don't tell me we have to go back in there. I'm no good at this mind game crap. I'd rather hit something in the face and be done with it. Perhaps you should spend less time complaining and more time getting on with the mission. Yeah. So apparently I get a weapon if I do all this. I breathe air scented with death and resist the urge to laugh, for I know it will sound like the words of a madman. How long have I been in this fresh hell? My box, my prison, is tucked under a stairway in the long, unused catacombs of some infinite castle. Outside, I hear the sounds of a funeral dirge that seems without end. Light has no place here. Wind is a forgotten friend. I pray for death to come, but he forsakes me. Time passes, and eternity slips by in the single tick of the clock. Someone knocks down my prison. Hey, anyone there? I hear an unfamiliar voice say, "My savior!" I claw at the door of my jail, embedding thick splinters under my ragged nails. I scream for help. I laugh. I sob. Surely this is a product of my addled mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me, I cry. For the love of all the gods, help me. Impossibly, I hear the sound of a lock being torn out and falling to the floor. As the door slowly creaks open, I have just enough time to see a silver-haired man and a floating book before the light pours inside. My eyes, accustomed to blackness, explode with pain, and I am forced to turn away. Who are you? I ask, shaking hands covering my face. How have you come to this place? I am Grimoire Weiss. This is Chuck. Long have we been searching for you. Now, come, stand. We shall awaken from this nightmare together. The one known as Chuck extends his massive hand and pulls me from the cell. Though my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my ears are as keen as ever, and they recognize the staccato sounds of heavy rain. I never thought to hear the rain again, I whisper. Would that this were not such a terrible storm, said Grimoire Weiss. Look at your feet. I force my eyes open and see water pulling around my feet and lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, and more comes each moment we delay. If we do not make good our escape, we shall all drown in this castle. We know that you are weak, but you are our only hope to survive this place. Time, that long-forgotten friend, made itself known again. I nodded my head and swore to save my rescuers no matter the cost. The castle catacombs are a maze, twisting upon themselves like the endless entrails of a giant. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed north. I proceed north. At the end of the corridor, I find a row of 20 gorgeous canopied beds resting atop a carpet of velvet. All are covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Searching for the door to the next room, I come upon a shapeless mass of gray matter. It has been shoved against the side of the wall. Despite my fever, I think I see the outlines of a door just beyond. When I reach out a finger and touch a piece of the mass, it turns to dust and drifts away on the wind. Realization slowly dawns, and I fall to my knees and weep. Corpses. I face a mountain of charred and crumbling corpses. I look from it to the beds and back again until the horror dawns full upon me. Someone has piled these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whether they were alive or dead, I do not know, and sanity will not permit me to consider the proposition further. I make a sound, whether scream or laughter, I cannot be certain. Then my mind grants me merciful blackness, and I find myself opening the door and leaving that most terrible of rooms. I squint down the dim corridors. Proceed east. I squint down north. I squint down, and what the hell? At the end of the path, the waters rise to my waist, exhausting me both physically and spiritually. I pray that this is the way out. Eventually, I can stand the sight of the waters no longer, and so turn my eyes upward. Imagine my surprise when I see a series of paintings hanging on the faded plaster wall. Each depicts a person in the prime of life, clad in clothing of the highest quality. The styles, however, are strange to me, leading me to believe that these people had lived long, long ago. One subject wears an outfit that particularly catches my eye. It is constructed of a thin, breezy cloth and decorated with a motif of flowers and birds, while encircling the figure's waist is a leather belt of the most perfect construction. It is a stunning costume even by modern standards. As I gaze at the portrait, I am struck by a desire to touch it with my own hands. Yet as I extend a single finger to the painting, I am gripped by a most unpleasant feeling. Staring closely at the image, I see it bend and wrap into the shape of another finger. Something behind the picture is pointing at me. It is another prisoner, a fellow inmate trapped for eternity in this place. I cannot let it pass, and so I seize the portrait with both hands and throw it into the water. The wall is hollow behind the painting, and inside I can just make out a body. Whether or not this is a prisoner, there will be no rescue. This poor soul is long dead. Scraps of clothing lie on the floor around the bones. Only a small amount of the fabric has survived, but it features the same delicate designs that were depicted in the portrait. I have been admiring a row of corpses, blocked from view by portraits of each victim at their pinnacle. Enough shielding my eyes. I paddle forward through the water. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed south. Oh, damn. How do I know what to do here? I went south and then This is bizarre. East? The grey hall always sounds the random carpet. The waterlogged red carpet squishes beneath my feet as I approach the center of the room. Once there, I behold a beautiful dining table upon which rests china and the silver of the finest construction, as well as the remains of a fantastic feast. As my eyes continue to adjust, I see many chairs surrounding the table, each holding a dinner guest. Noticing movement, I approach the chair at the table's head, but as the truth of the matter dawns on me, I recoil in horror. The host of the feast is a corpse, as are all the invited guests. An army of foul, wriggling insects have made homes in their remains, and this is the movement I saw. This once splendid feast was now nothing more than a requiem for the damned. I take a moment on steady my shaking hands, then slowly back away from the table. Desperate to lose sight of the abomination before me, my gaze slants on chairs upon which the dead were seated. This is a mistake, for the chairs proved to be even more terrible than the feast itself. Each one is covered in a layer of spikes that run from the seat up to the back down to the arms. This explains the color of the carpet beneath my feet. I can only pray that the unfortunate diners were dead when the meal began. For if not, it is a simple task to envision the agonized screams that must have sprung forth from their mouths. My mind grasped frantically at the possibility that these souls had committed some terrible crime for which this was punishment. Though in truth, I suspect they had committed no crime at all. There would be no tomorrow for these unfortunates. This was their last supper. I squint down dim corridors. North? Against all hope, we get to the front door. Break it down, someone cries, so I give myself the effort. In tandem with Chuck and Grimoire Weiss, I slam my body against the thick, sturdy door. On the third try, it gives way, and we find ourselves sprawled in front of the castle. The storm is in retreat. The clouds above are still dark and foreboding, but to the west I can see a thin shimmering of sunlight trying to break through. How can I thank you? I cry as tears of joy rain on my cheeks. I would surely have died there. Looking down, I suddenly notice that my dress is in tatters, and sheepishly try to cover my exposed skin. Your dress? Asks Weiss. Then you are a woman, madam? Yes, I am. Proffer the two a smile. I suppose that comes as something as a surprise, seeing as how I exist only in the form of words. I can see that the one known as Chuck is disappointed that the torn dress will be given no further description, but he hides it well. With a nod and a shrug, the three of us set forth through our awakening. But behind us is an awakening of another kind is taking place. Black smoke fills the abandoned castle, providing the countless damned souls inside with their final shroud. After a moment, the castle's windows shower with a mighty roar. A fresh breeze blows through the hallways and corridors, clearing the smoke away for good. As we watch in awe, unaccountable black shadows slowly flicker to light, crossing to and fro in front of the broken windows. The castle's dead have awakened to their new life, as shades. You have anything to say about that? Hopefully, there will be no labyrinth next time. I hear you. Uh-huh. How about you? Can't talk to her. Oh well. Let's see, how many of these people are there? Seems to be only one more. Maybe I should just do this one. I thought there would be more, perhaps, but this is a small village, then. Alright, I might as well do this one, and then I'll end it and ask some questions. And another victim. This work certainly is trying. Yes, we will. I'm surprised, Weiss. You're a book. All this word stuff should be right up your alley. Yes, quite. Well, enough chatter. Let's be off. A colony of massive sculptures was visible in the distance, their tall forms scraping against the sky. Weiss and Chuck had never seen such a sight, and their eyes widened as they tried to take it in. Hey, Weiss, we keep walking, but those things don't get any closer. I don't get it. Are they really that big? As Weiss considered his answer, the sun beat down on them with renewed ferocity. Perhaps they are some manner of mirage, he said. Under this heat, a mirage or two would hardly be an unexpected sight. Chuck nodded and wiped the sweat off his brow, leaving a trail of sand in its place. He thought he'd never been so thirsty. The ancient road on which they walked was black and cracked with age. Here and there, thin wisps of grass pushed up through the rocky surface, as if defying those who had laid this material down over their home. The heat reflecting from the road made Chuck lightheaded. Suddenly, he dropped to his knees and slammed his hand against the black surface. God damn it, he said. Is this some kind of joke? Well, I'm not laughing. The complaint had already begun. Weiss tried not to let his eyes roll too much. A joke, he said. No joke. This road leads to the city of art. Perhaps the path itself is simply some manner of grand artistic work. Oh, come on. That's bullshit and you know it. Possibly, but thinking of it in this way might make it easier for you to bear. Chuck glanced at Weiss's grinning face, cursed silently to himself, and resumed walking. As time passed, Chuck's feet grew more painful, and his throat drier than he thought possible. He tried not to look further than the next step ahead, because the bright sunlight made him hesitant to trust his own senses. We are definitely getting closer, said Weiss in an effort to cheer his companion. Yes, this much is certain. Encouraged, Chuck lifted his gaze. Suddenly, he stopped walking, choosing instead to stand in the middle of the road with his mouth and eyes wide open and his finger pointing for the distance. Water, he cried. It's water! Water? Asked Weiss. Preposterous. I don't see any water. It's right here, idiot. Can't you see it? Look, the sun is reflecting off of it. Without waiting for a response, Chuck sprang to life and bounded toward the site. What in the... There was no water. There was nothing but sand in every direction. Chuck closed his eyes and sighed as Weiss floated up behind him, chuckling softly. I believe this is known as the mirage, he said. Many a desert traveler has spoken of such things. Chuck shook his head, bewildered. Suddenly he pointed off in the distance, his eyes wide once more. Wait, there it is! I just missed it. Look, it's right there! Chuck sprinted off again, leaving Weiss with no choice but to follow. After a few minutes of running, Chuck came to a halt. I could have sworn it was right around here. Confused, he put his hands up to his eyes and rubbed them vigorously. As soon as he stopped, he noticed a blue shimmering pool of clear water just over the next rise. With a shout, he bounded off in search of it. The chase continued for nearly an hour, until an exasperated Weiss finally floated up to Chuck and struck him in the face with his cover. You damn blithering idiot, stop this at once! There is no water here! Chuck's face clouded. There isn't? There is not, and perhaps next time you will listen to me when I tell you as much. Weiss paused for a moment, then continued speaking in a slightly kinder tone. However, I suppose this mad chase was not altogether wasted. It seems we have arrived in the city of art. Chuck looked up. Stretched out before him was a row of impossibly tall sculptures. Their journey was at an end. They're huge, cried Chuck, completely forgetting the heat and pain of the past few hours. I've never seen anything so big. Each sculpture was formed from roughly the same shape, a tall rectangle that stretched up toward the sky, but that is where the similarities ended. Most were covered with panes of glass that reflected the light in 1,000 directions, while others seemed to be nothing but frames of steel. Some had tall spires on their tops, while others possessed triangular caps. What kind of city is this? Said Chuck. Where are the people? Where are the houses? Perhaps the land is intended exclusively for artistic use. The debate continued as they made their way through the city. Miracles of artistry were everywhere. Great iron crates with wheels sat silent on steel rails. Beautifully carved work with lights of red, amber, and green dangled over every street. As they moved away from the massive sculptures, they found a great array of smaller ones. Some were covered in glass or brick, but many were composed of materials they had never before encountered. The sheer variety of colors and styles were staggering. Unable to find a theme or purpose to the abstract works around them, Chuck and Weiss eventually fell silent. On the outskirts of the city, they discovered 3 sculptures in the shape of humans. Chuck uttered a sigh of relief as he approached them. Finally, I was getting tired of modern art. 3 statues were indistinguishable except for a single word chiseled into their right arms. One read Alpha, one read Beta, and the final one read Gamma. As Chuck moved to touch the nearest statue, a bird flew from the top of one of the sculptures. Alighting on the statue's shoulder, it emitted a brief, beautiful song that took the form of words. Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth. The false ones will only speak lies. With that, the bird departed. As if one on cue, the 3 statues shuddered to life, acquiring color and form as they began to breathe. Hey, look at that, said Chuck. They're alive. The triplets bowed low before Chuck. Please, said Alpha, you have to get me out of this nightmare. I am real. Stop lying, said Beta. He turned to Chuck and threw his hands in the air. Alpha's a fake. You know I'm the real one. Alright, one is to tell the truth, the other is to tell a lie. You have to get me out of this dream. I am real. I am the real one. What a load of crap, said Gamma. Beta is fake. Everyone knows I'm the real one around here. With their respective pleas given, the 3 statues returned to their frozen state as silence once again enveloped the city. When you consider all the statements, only one of them could be the real thing, said Weiss. Chuck furrowed his eyebrows and considered his answer. Only one form is real. The others are false. The real form will always speak the truth. The others will speak lies. They all basically say, I am the real one, I am the real one, I am the real one. That's what I say, I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. Chuck took a long look at the statue and tried to clear his mind. On the outskirts of the city, they discovered 3 sculptures of Chuck. Alright. Alright, I have to redo that then. Come on. Please, said Alpha, you have to get me out of this nightmare. I am real. Stop lying, Senpai. He turned to Chuck and threw his hands in the air. Alpha's a fake. You know I'm the real one. Oh, aggressive. Beta's a fake. How about the Alpha? Because the other ones keep saying, you're a fake. Let's try Alpha first. There was Alpha. The eyes of the statue shone with an eerie light. The light grew stronger and stronger until Chuck and Weiss were forced to turn away. Well, that was a mistake. Yeah. We'd best act more carefully next time. This is the worst job ever. Apparently I didn't get the real one, so I'll meet you at the choices again. Alright, after considering the statements and the fact that I got Gamma wrong, it's Beta. The real one is Beta. Though Chuck's voice betrayed a noble lack of confidence, he was relieved to see Weiss nodding at him. And if Alpha were telling the truth, began Weiss in the dry tones of a lecturer, Beta and Gamma would be fakes. But in that case, Gamma's claim that Beta is fake would be the truth, even though Gamma is a liar. Therefore, that theory crumbles. Now, let us presume that Gamma spoke the truth. That makes Alpha and Beta liars. In this situation, however, Beta is calling Alpha a liar, which would leave us with 2 statues telling the truth. Finally, let us assume that Beta is the one is telling the truth. If so, Alpha and Gamma's lies would make sense. Therefore, Beta must be real. As Weiss finished his explanation, Alpha and Gamma crumbled soundlessly into dust while Beta sprang to life once more. Congratulations, villager, said Weiss in a cheerful voice. Time to awaken has arrived. Thank you for saving me, cried the villager. He dropped to his knees and bowed his head as low as it could go before an uncomfortable Chuck pulled him to his feet. Why did you have a dream like this? Asked Weiss. Have you been to the city before? The villager slowly looked around at the bizarre objects and sculptures that dotted the landscape, then shook his head. I don't think so. I mean, it's impossible, right? There's no way I could have ever been to a place like this, but at the same time, I feel like I've seen it before. Deja vu, muttered Chuck. It's just like that damn mare. The vague sense of unease that struck Chuck during the mare's dream spread once more through his mind. Okay, that was terrible. I am positive I have seen that place before. Stop. I get enough foreboding crap from everyone else in my life. Don't you start too. Okay, there. Now all the villagers can wake up, right? Yes, if the mayor's assumption was correct. I think I have had enough wordplay to last a lifetime. Thank you very much. Yeah, I hear you. Let's go see the mayor. This will be where I'll end it after where I see the mayor.
Hello.
Thank you so much. Here, I have something for you. I got the one-handed sword Faith. Holy crap, I can really have this? Of course. And it's apparently a weapon of some renown, but we have little use for it. Well, we appreciate it. Thank you again for everything. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save over this spot and ask the new guy, who seems to know this game very well, what should I do? Should I redo Memory 1 before the 5-year time skip and do a bunch of quests and try and collect as many weapons as possible? Or am I still fine if I try to collect all the weapons in Memory 2 and continue on my journey? Because it looks like I'm going to have to do a lot of stuff on my own, because trying to record in this would be very tedious and very long. It's the side quest which would make this game long, but doing the normal quest itself would make this a very short game, which does not sound good in my mind. So that's my question to you, and next time, I don't know what I'll do. I might take a break from Nier already, just so I can get some advice, because it's a very odd game. And from then on, I'll continue with some of my other stuff. Anyways, see you next time. Hopefully.